Welcome back to Gruber Motor Company. I'm Pete Gruber. Today we're going to talk about the future of car dealers. A disruptive change is coming to automotive retail. Rapid electric vehicle adoption is causing this disruption. Along with shifting customer expectations, a shakeup is well underway in many automotive institutions, from sales channels to businesses that will eventually go extinct, unable to migrate and adapt. Car dealers are at the forefront of this evolution. Despite franchise car dealers still controlling the new car pipeline in this country, we predict that this 100-plus-year-old business model is on its way out for a number of reasons. Primarily because they are no longer relevant or necessary in this newly emerging vehicle delivery system favored by the majority of emerging EV manufacturers. All the car dealer fundamental revenue-generating activities, primarily sales and service, are under attack. In addition, outdated laws giving franchise car dealers protection from a long-standing new car sales monopoly, locking out auto producers, are also being dismantled one state at a time, thanks to companies like Tesla. Car dealers have enjoyed this monopoly for a century, represented by the National Automobile Dealers Association, also known as NADA, which is a powerful lobby machine that prohibits direct car-to-consumer sales, preventing what the majority of buyers would prefer, buying directly from the source or the manufacturer. Companies like Tesla, again leading the charge, are instrumental in abolishing this monopoly and barrier and introducing alternative sales models, supporting the growing preference to buy online, and in so doing, bypassing the unnecessary layers of profit-taking involved in the car sales process. Original equipment manufacturers, OEMs, are now beginning to take charge of the sales channel. The age-old option to haggle selling price, which most buyers find distasteful and are not very good at, is also under attack, since companies like Tesla, who have far more demand than supply, are unwilling to participate in let's make a deal discussions, offering only a fixed price which applies to everyone, even quantity buyers like fleet purchases. The franchise car dealer model has other inherent flaws. Since competition for business is cutthroat and fierce, dealers sell cars new and used at slim profit, making margin on service and part sales. Estimates are that around 50% of profits come from this activity. Car dealers could not survive only selling cars. Despite being the most profitable part of their business, the existing auto dealer service model is also antiquated and flawed for two reasons. One, people are fed up with incentivized service writers overselling services, since their paycheck grows with every upsell item they can convince a service customer to select. Most people do not realize what they think of as service advisors, also called service writers, are not mechanics, but basically salespeople. They're even paid on commission. That means the more work they convince you that your car needs, the more money that puts in their pocket. Commission incentives sometimes motivate staff to use an overly aggressive approach to secure business, and at times even recommend unnecessary work. Manufacturer-owned service organizations, like the Tesla Service Network, operates more like a not-for-profit operation, not dependent on margin, without commissioned service writers, unlike a car dealer who depend on service revenue for the majority of their profits. Two, the new EVs do not require anywhere near the same level of service or part sales as fossil fuel burner cars, eroding the primary revenue and profit-generating machinery in a traditional car dealership. EVs just do not need all this service. There are substantially fewer moving parts, from engine to transmission, and far less plumbing in an electric vehicle. Auto dealers are rapidly becoming a derelict business model. One thing that dealers do have going for them are that dealer visits and test drives are still the #1 influencing factor for customers' purchasing decisions today. and around 70% of car buyers still consider the dealership a major touch point to physically experiencing the car. This selling feature is certainly not lost on the existing and emerging EV producers directly controlling their sales channel, who recognize a test drive sells more cars than a silver-tongued sales rep ever could. Tesla sales offices continue to encourage prospective buyers to experience the cars, recognizing that this is often what converts a buyer from a fossil fuel burner to electric vehicles. Physically experiencing the car will evolve in the future and might also be offered to car buyers in different formats, such as test drive centers, home test drive deliveries, or through flexible partnerships such as car rentals for travelers that want to experience their future car for a few days on the road. According to Forbes, 70% of organizations fail with transformation efforts and a changing business model. The real question to franchise car dealership survival is how resilient, adaptable, and how quickly they can pivot. Considering they have little to shift and pivot into, since their two primary revenue-generating activities are under attack, we are not optimistic. The closest non-traditional car dealer to surviving this disruption so far is the new Carvana Online Emporium, an online marketplace for used automobiles, which could easily be adapted to both new and used vehicles. This dealer business model is rapidly growing to a $21 billion enterprise accomplished by consolidating inventory in low-cost locations, eliminating the need for physical dealers, lowering fixed costs, and passing on the savings to the end-user customer. Abandoning traditional bricks-and-mortar model in your neighborhood and offering a seamless online experience, complete with web-based order processing, including straight-to-the-customer location home vehicle delivery services, this business model more closely resembles what today's consumers are expecting from vendors. Buyers can browse various vehicle alternatives on Carvana's website or through the company's mobile apps. Other services include vehicle pickup at one of their vending machine locations and sales transactions coupled with a generous 7-day return policy, an exit strategy that most consumers are now expecting. An added benefit is price transparency. Customers can easily compare the price and mileage of a range of Carvana vehicles from the comfort of their homes. Free from the hassle of dealing with pushy salespeople, consumers are more likely to make a purchase. So while disruption in any field may seem concerning on the surface, it also offers a wealth of new opportunities for consumers and businesses. Any transformation in business models creates both casualties from businesses unable to adapt and new businesses that will emerge. In recent times, the rate of disruptive change in business models has increased exponentially. The fundamental changes in how cars are sold and serviced will present an existential threat to franchise bricks-and-mortar car dealers whose business model is totally dependent on status quo. Thank you for watching another one of our videos. Make sure to leave your comments down below, like, subscribe, and enable notifications. And make sure to check us out on Patreon, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm Pete Gruber. Thank you.